Nancy, I don't think I've talked to you about this yet, but congratulations on getting engaged. I bet you're really looking forward to the wedding, huh? And, actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. There's something that's worrying me about your wedding, and I hope you don't mind me saying it.
Oh, hey Audrey. It's been a while since we've talked, huh? Thanks for your well wishes about my engagement. And you say you're worried about the wedding? What is it?
Well, to be more precise, it's less about your wedding and more about your engagement as a whole. You know that me and Alex go way back, right? We've known each other since we were kids, and we basically talk about everything to each other. He's probably told you as much, am I right? I feel like it must have come up in your conversations together at some point.
Oh yeah, trust me. I know all about how good of friends you guys are. Alex talks about you all the time. All the time. Like, he prefaces every conversation with, "So Audrey and I were talking the other day, and..."
Right? And that's the thing that concerns me. You guys might be getting married, but nothing's gonna change the fact that me and him are best friends, and we always will be. Are you gonna be comfortable with that? I've been wondering for a while how you're gonna react to how close we were, so I thought the best thing to do would be to ask you directly.
Well, I really appreciate that you're considerate enough of my feelings to ask me about that, Audrey. The answer to your question is, I'm not altogether too concerned about Alex's past. The most important thing to me is that we're going to start a new life together. We trust each other, and we're both really looking forward to spending the rest of our lives together. So, regardless of whatever sort of past the two of you had together, Alex's future is with me.
Not really sure what you meant by that, Nancy. Like, do you think that Alex is your possession or something? Like you're the only person who exists in his world now?
No, that's not what I meant at all. I'm just saying we're getting married, so we're going to build our own future together. That's all.
You know, I've been wondering about this for a long time now, and I still really don't get it. Why did Alex pick you? But it's whatever. He made his choice, and he can live with it. I just think you ought to know Alex has personally told me that I will always have a special place in his heart and in his life. So you can say your vows and exchange rings and whatever, but just so you know, Alex isn't going to be spending any less time with me. If anything, we might just get even closer than we already are. I really hope that you can find happiness being married to him, but I kinda doubt you will. I still say that the best woman for Alex is someone who really understands him. A woman like me.
Audrey, why are you doing this? What are you saying all this to me for? You're acting like some kind of dog marking her territory or something. It's almost like you're threatening me. You can go ahead and think what you'd like about Alex, but how you think has absolutely no impact on our relationship. So, before you go getting any ideas in your head, you're not going to get me to break up with Alex. Is that what you're after? Do you have a crush on Alex or something?
Who, me? Nah, that's not it. Alex, however, he might be another story entirely. But hey, if you really want to marry Alex, then you're more than free to do so. Okay, I'll let you go now. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. I'm really looking forward to the wedding. It's gonna be so great to celebrate your wedding with you. I might even have a little special celebration with Alex.
Is that so?
Okay, see you later.
Hold on, Audrey. Let's get one thing straight. This is our wedding. It's going to be the happiest day of our lives. Then we celebrate the moment we become bound together forever. If you are genuinely happy for us and want to support us, then you're more than welcome to come. However, if you have any issues at all, then you don't have to come. And if you can't handle our relationship, then I would very much appreciate it if you would put some distance between yourself and Alex. That's what would be the best for everyone involved. Another thing, there are going to be a lot of my family, friends, and business associates at the wedding. I don't want to deal with any kind of trouble on that day. Is that clear?
Crystal clear, Nancy. You don't need to worry about a thing. I'm totally, genuinely happy for you guys. I hope you take really good care of Alex for me. Well, I think I'll keep on taking care of him too, actually.
Right. I gotta go, Audrey. Talk to you later. Alex, can we talk? Audrey just texted me again. I'm starting to get concerned about her. You don't think she'll do anything funny, do you?
Nancy, come on. It's just like I told you before, you're overreacting. I know it's concerning for you because she's a girl and she's really close to me, but trust me, me and her are done, okay? All she is to me is just another one of my old friends from school.
I know, you've told me that before, and I do trust you, but it's her that I'm worried about. The way she's going out of her way to text me all this stuff. It's just suspicious. I can't help but feel she's planning something. And all I'm saying is that I would like for us to be on the same page about how to handle it if something happens.
I hate you seeing get so stressed out over her, Nancy. Is it because she's so cute? Like, is it some kind of a jealousy thing with you, or what?
That has nothing to do with this, Alex.
Okay, well even still, I feel like the things she's been telling you really aren't that big of a deal. If you ask me, I'd say that you should be worried a lot more about your own mental state than hers.
Alex, I am being serious about this. Would you please take me seriously? Yes, I'm concerned, and for a very good reason. Audrey is being super aggressive toward me. I'm terrified about whether she might have some ulterior motive, what that motive might be, and what impact she's going to have on our wedding. And that means it's just as much as your problem as mine. And, by the way, you're still not home yet? What are you out doing tonight?
Man, Nancy, you really just need to take some time to chill out. I've tried telling you this so many times, but you're so stressed out that I can't get through to you. Audrey is my friend, that's it. If you keep overreacting to every little thing that she says, it's gonna drive both you and me crazy. So whatever your issue is, whether it's stress, jealousy, or whatever, you need to get it figured out quick. Because if you don't, then I'm gonna start to worry about our future together.
My issue is not stress or jealousy, Alex. This is about my ability to trust you as the man who's going to be my husband. Tell me, Alex, can I trust you? Is the wedding gonna be all right?
I'm telling you for the last time, you're overreacting, period. The end. Just don't even think about Audrey and all your problems will be solved. Like, really, you think she's gonna do something to trash our wedding? If you ask me, if you stay on edge like this for much longer, you're the one who's gonna pop off and do something crazy.
I guess this conversation isn't going to go anywhere, so can you answer my other question? Where are you right now?
I'm out having drinks with my boss, so I'll talk to you later.
Really? You're out drinking with your boss again? Come on, Alex. I really wish you would take some time to have a proper conversation with me.
Yo, Nancy, where did you go? What are you thinking, running off at a time like this? Get back here!
What is the matter with you? I have never in my life seen someone do something so low, so scummy, so heartless. And at our wedding! You owe me an explanation.
Scummy? Seriously? It was a joke! A classic practical joke! I wish you could have seen the look on your face when you were walking down the aisle, but then Audrey came up from behind you wearing a wedding dress. Then she pushed you aside and beat you to the altar. And you know, just saying, she looked pretty good in that dress, didn't she? Anyway, we can't continue the ceremony until you get here, so when are you getting here?
Never. I'm going home, you jerk.
What?
As if I would ever come back to you after something like that. The wedding is off.
Whoa, Nancy, hold on just 1 minute. You're joking, right?
Would I joke about something like this?
Well, I mean, what Audrey did was just a joke. I mean, okay, sure, I was pretty surprised when she knocked you down like that, but it was all a simple prank. She never thought you'd get that mad. I guess maybe she did go a little bit overboard.
That was a joke to you? Exactly what part of that was funny? Can you tell me that? You're absolutely insane, both you and your precious old friend. Let's set aside the fact that she wore a wedding dress to another woman's wedding for a second. She waited until Here Comes the Bride started playing, the chapel doors opened, and I was about to walk down the aisle with my dad. Then she physically pushed me aside and ran straight to the altar. What kind of idiot thinks that qualifies as a joke?
Well, she thought it was a joke, obviously. That's just the way Audrey is. She always was the funniest girl in our class back in high school. She was just playing around. You shouldn't be taking what she did so seriously. All she did was try to lighten the mood at our wedding. Make people laugh. Is that such a bad thing to do?
She was trying to lighten the mood? I don't believe what I'm hearing. You really still don't get it, do you? What she did was not a little bit overboard. It was straight up cruel. This is not the sort of thing that you can get away with by using the tried and true "it was just a prank, bro" excuse. Do you have any idea how humiliating that was for me? How do you think I felt walking out of my own wedding still wearing my wedding dress? Tears streaking down my cheeks, my makeup ruined, my hair a mess. Then I had to wait for a taxi out there like that. Thank God I'm home now and no one can see me anymore.
What the? You mean you actually went home? But the wedding, it was only getting started. We haven't even finished the ceremony, not to mention the reception. What are we gonna do about all that?
I don't know, Alex. What are you going to do about it?
What do you mean?
I mean, just what I asked. What are you going to do about this? Are you going to just go on like normal and pretend nothing happened?
Look, for now, let's just get through the ceremony, okay? We can talk more after that. Just calm down, okay? Take a deep breath.
Actually, I'm surprisingly calm right now. How are you doing?
This is crazy. Audrey only meant it to be a joke. She said that she never wanted to make you this angry.
I'm not the least bit interested in anything that woman has to say. Even if I were, I didn't mean to make you mad isn't an acceptable apology for what she did. As a matter of fact, no apology would be acceptable to me. She did the cruelest thing I could imagine to me on my wedding day, and I will never forgive her for that. I asked you so many times, Alex. She's not going to do anything crazy at the wedding, is she? But every single time, you blew me off. And it's not just me who's been hurt by her actions. How do you think my parents, friends, and other guests feel right now? What are you going to say to them?
I don't know. I'm at a loss for what to do here. I never thought that you would get so angry about this. Can you just get back here for now? I'll think of some way to salvage this by the time you arrive, so give me some time.
I'm not giving you one more second of my time, Alex. I've given you more than enough already. I should have cut things off with you the second I got evidence that the two of you were having an affair.
What? What are you talking about?
I thought you had said she was just an old friend, but it turns out you are much more than just that.
Wait, Nancy, just listen to me for a second. I was not having an affair, not with her or with anyone else.
Do you really think you can still talk your way out of this?
I'm telling you, Nancy, you're making a mistake. If you would just give me a second to explain, you'll see that I'm telling you the truth.
If you saw exactly what evidence I have against you, you'd know that I am definitely not making a mistake. I know that you were with Audrey before the wedding, and really, when I think about the way that you've treated me up until now, it really is the only logical conclusion. So, Alex, go ahead and give me your explanation. You said you can clear up the confusion, right? Well, be my guest.
Okay, so, it's kind of a long story, but long story short, we are definitely not having an affair. Yeah, me and her used to be together, but that's all in the past. It's over.
I see. Well, that's a very good explanation, Alex. But it's missing a few details. Like, for example, can you explain why you've been staying the night at her place 3 times a week?
How do you know about that?
And there it is.
Look, I know it looks bad. Really bad, but I swear I was serious about you. I was faithful to you.
You are way, way too late to be talking about being faithful. I have evidence of what the two of you have been talking about, and that your relationship is still ongoing. Seriously, Alex, what were you thinking? Doing something like that so close to our wedding?
I'm telling you, it's over between us.
Alex.
We're not together anymore.
Alex.
I swear on my life.
Alex!
But it really was over between us. At least I thought it was. I guess, I don't know, sometimes your past comes back to haunt you. But please, can we just meet up and talk about this?
What good is talking going to do?
I want to prove that I really am serious about you.
Snap out of it, Alex. I told you it's too late for that.
But Nancy!
But nothing! You think you can prove to me now that you're serious about me? Please. Any chance you ever had at getting me to trust you again is gone. There's no coming back from this for you. Our relationship is broken. There's no fixing it anymore. Even if we could fix it, I'm not interested. I'm breaking up with you.
No. Nancy, you can't be serious.
When have I ever been not serious with you? Really, has there ever been a single time? But hey, look on the bright side. You can keep the wedding going as it is. Just have Audrey take my place. That's the way you wanted it to be, isn't it?
No, that's not true. I only ever wanted to marry you, Nancy. I'm really, really sorry. I never intended for any of this to happen. I never thought things would end up this way. If I had known that, I would have done so many things differently.
You're free to feel as much remorse for your actions as you'd like, but just know that nothing is going to change my mind. All the trust I once had in you has been shattered. I never want to speak to you again. I never want to see your face again. I never want to hear your voice again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to completely rethink all the plans that I had made for my life, so I'm gonna put away my phone. And as for this most disastrous of weddings, you can rest assured that you are going to pay for the entire cost.
What? I'm gonna have to pay for the whole thing? Nancy, please, you're not really gonna break up with me, are you?
Of course I am. You'll be hearing from my lawyer within the next few days. Goodbye, Alex. I hope you enjoy your life with Audrey. This is absolutely insane! You're suing me? For what? All me and Alex ever did was fool around, and that's the same thing I did at your wedding. I was just fooling around. It was all just a big joke. I don't deserve to get sued for anything. It doesn't matter if you think it was a joke, Audrey. All that matters is that I have all the evidence I need of your actions at my wedding and your affair with Alex. If you're surprised by the amount that I'm suing for, you shouldn't be. Considering the amount of pain and suffering you've caused me, I'd say you're getting off pretty easy. I have every legal right to sue you for damages, and so that's what I'm going to do.
I don't get it. I really don't get why you're so mad about this. My relationship with Alex, my surprise at your wedding, that was all just one big joke. You don't have to take it so hard.
There's another word for the surprise we're talking about. Assault. And once again, it doesn't matter if you intended it to be a joke. It was very serious to me, and so was the damage you've done to me. You were actively engaging in an affair with my fiancé while repeatedly lying to me about it. Then you assaulted me and humiliated me on what was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. If you really don't understand why I would be so mad about that, then you must be even more of an amoral scumbag than I thought.
Look, I'm really sorry about all that stuff, okay? And I'll never do it again, so please don't sue me.
Yet again, Audrey, I don't care if you're sorry. It does not matter one little bit. All that matters is the scale of the damage that you did to me and the amount that the law allows me to sue you for. And I've already consulted with a lawyer who told me that the damages that I'm demanding are well within the legal limits. The only way that you're going to be able to reduce those numbers is if you're willing to settle, which I highly recommend. But, in any case, shouldn't you be happy with this outcome? You were really angry that I stole Alex away from you, weren't you? And now you've successfully stolen him back from me. You win! Congratulations! I'm breaking up with him, so you can go ahead and marry him instead of me.
Marry him? Who said anything about marrying him?
You mean you don't want to marry him? If that's true, then I'm really lost as to why you would have done what you did. All those texts telling me that you were a better match for him than me? The way you stole my moment walking down the aisle at our wedding? I mean, you do have feelings for Alex, don't you?
Yeah, sure, kinda, but I have stronger feelings about you.
Oh. You mean that you came between me and Alex because you wanted to get with me? Well, sorry, but I don't like girls.
That's not what I meant! Get over yourself! Yuck! I don't like Alex as much as I hate you!
You hate me? But why?
You just piss me off, that's all! Things didn't work out at all between me and Alex back when we were younger, but then you came along, and within just a few months of dating, you're already talking about getting married? How did things go so well for you? I haven't had any luck finding a good guy after Alex and I broke up, but at least I still got to be close friends with him. He made me feel special in a way that no one else ever did. All I wanted to do was make you understand that I was more special to Alex than you. That would have been enough to make me feel better. It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
But you did have an affair, didn't you?
I don't know. Can you really call it an affair? I'd say it was more like scratching an old itch. I mean, we were both pretty drunk, so...
It really seems to me like you're still emotionally dependent on Alex, and dangerously so. You were so bitter and jealous that he chose me to be his wife, and therefore more special to him than you, that you lost control. You used your continued relationship with Alex as a band-aid to cover up the emotional wounds from your inability to find someone who truly cared about you. The only way you could hold on to your self-esteem was through continuing to believe that you were the most special woman to him. What you did was no different from a child lashing out when her security blanket gets taken away.
Maybe.
You're such a pathetic loser, Audrey.
Hey! I am not!
If you were so dependent on Alex's attention, then why didn't you just work harder to make him like you in the first place? Instead, you waited until after he was already engaged to somebody else to really start to pursue him. And as that somebody else, I cannot allow you to get away with that without facing the consequences. You might think of me as cold for doing this, but there is no way that I'm going to give up on suing you. I'm doing exactly what I should do in my situation. Nothing more and nothing less. Once I'm done with you, though, you're free to do whatever you want with him. He always told me you were prettier than me anyway.
Really?
I wish you the best of luck with him. Just don't drag me into it anymore. You're both perfect for each other. A couple of lying, backstabbing losers.
Nancy, please, I'm begging you, don't break up with me! Audrey was only using me to get at you! I was never serious about her! Everything that happened at the wedding was just her awful prank! It's embarrassing to be talking this way, but you were the only one I ever loved! I never wanted to damage our relationship!
No matter what you say, nothing is going to undo the damage you've done. And what do you mean you loved me? Love isn't an emotion, Alex. It's action. And what did your actions tell me? They told me that you don't love me and that I shouldn't trust you ever again.
I know, but you have to give me another chance! You have to know that I've taken a ton of damage from what happened at the wedding, too! After you left, your parents came up and screamed their heads off at me in front of the whole crowd! And a bunch of my co-workers were there and they saw the whole thing! They know that I cheated on you, and they'll probably never talk to me again! I never intended to cheat on you, honest! I just made a mistake, a very stupid mistake!
I don't care how you justify it.
It's only been a few days, but the whole company heard about the wedding. My boss pulled me into his office earlier. He said that the company was rescinding their offer for a promotion.
Yeah, I can see why they do that.
I was placed in the lead of a new project that the company was investing a lot in, but they took that away from me too. I'm gonna end up doing desk work until the day I retire.
Well then, I guess you should have taken more care to ensure that your ex-girlfriend and current mistress didn't do anything to wreck the wedding. So, what do you want, Alex? Do you want me to feel bad for you?
I just want to talk to you. I'm sorry about what happened with Audrey, but I swear it's all in the past now. I'm really sorry for betraying you, and I'll never do it again. Please, Nancy, you're the only girl that I love. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. So, can't we try and start over again? I don't want things to end between us like this.
This is just you trying to save your reputation with your friends and colleagues, right?
No, that's not it!
Save it, Alex. I'm not interested in hearing anything you have to say. You might think that you can change my mind with all your emotional speeches, but that's not gonna work on me. I'm seeing things more clearly than I have in a very long time. I suggest you take a moment to look at things clearly yourself. You can start by considering just how much damage your affair and behavior at the wedding did to me.
I'm telling you, Nancy, I never wanted any of this to happen. I'm sorry I hurt you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So please, don't break up with me. I want to marry you.
That desire will never become a reality, and you only have yourself to blame. There are some things that saying you're sorry won't fix, and this is one of them. I talked to the venue staff, and they'll be sending you the bill for the wedding cancellation. Pay it by yourself. I'm not giving you a cent. I don't need or want any more apologies from you. Our relationship ends completely, right here, right now. If you have anything else to say to me, you can say it to my lawyer.
It's gonna be really hard to pay it by myself, but I'll do it. But in exchange, won't you at least consider taking me back?
There is no amount of money in the world that could get me to do that.
I'll even cut off contact with Audrey for you if you want. I was an idiot for letting her get to me. I only found out the other day that Audrey felt so strongly against us getting married. I guess she had felt like our relationship was becoming closer and closer to a romantic one, but then you and I got engaged and that was a big shock to her. I think the way she was texting you and what she did at the wedding were her way of trying to show you who's the better woman.
All things that I was fully aware of several days ago.
I know I sometimes told you that Audrey was prettier than you, but I didn't mean it. I can see now how much that hurt you, and I'm sorry for that. All I've been thinking about the last few days is how much I regret the things I did to you.
Good for you! I don't care, though. The moment you pay the bill for the wedding will be the final time that you and I will interact. After that, I'm going to act as though you never existed. I think you can understand why our relationship has brought me enough pain already.
You're right, Nancy. You deserve happiness, and I hope you find it.
And in spite of everything, I hope the same for you. Goodbye, Alex.
Hey there, Nancy. I'm sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but I wanted to apologize for what I did at your wedding.
I appreciate that, but why are you just doing this now?
Because I finally realized what an idiot I was. The truth is, I was jealous. Alex always seemed so happy with you, and I wanted that for myself. I got emotional and lost control. I'm the one who came on to Alex. It was my fault we had an affair. I was desperate to do something, anything to stop your wedding, and I'll forever be ashamed of myself for that.
To be honest, I had a feeling that was what happened. But even if it was just out of jealousy, that doesn't change the facts on the ground. You ruined my wedding and my relationship with Alex. I hope you carry that guilt with you forever.
I promise you, I will. There's no excusing what I did to you, and you have every right to be angry at me.
Again, I appreciate your apology, but it's not going to accomplish anything at this point.
So, you aren't gonna get back together with Alex?
Not a chance in the world. I already told him as much. There's no fixing what he broke. Actually, I told him that the best thing for me would be to never hear from him again.
I think you should know, Alex was absolutely crazy about you. Whenever we hung out, you were all he talked about. And the reason he was hanging out with me so much right before your wedding was that he felt sorry for me. I used those feelings to get him to come to my place, and we...
I know what happened next. I don't want to hear it.
Ah, right, sorry. I'll shut up now. Again, I'm really, really sorry for everything.
You don't need to apologize anymore. But I am grateful that you did. Thank you. You might be in for some rough times ahead, but I do hope you make the best of it. I'll be doing the same for myself. Goodbye, Audrey. It took me a few weeks after the wedding for me to finally get my wits about me again. I have to admit, when Alex told me that I was the only girl that he ever loved, it did give me some pause about my decision to end things with him. But it's like I told him, it was too late. I knew that he and Audrey had an affair, and I saw the way he reacted to Audrey's stunt at the wedding. There was no way I would ever be able to trust him again. So I accepted his apology and appreciated it, but my resolve remained firm. Alex kept to his promise to pay for the full cost of the wedding. However, the damage that he did to his reputation is still having a pretty powerful impact on his career. Audrey was having a pretty hard time of things herself. It's a somewhat small town, so word of her exploits spread fast. Eventually, she couldn't handle being the subject of constant rumors, so she moved away. In the end, she and Alex stopped talking to each other too. I guess they both thought that it would be the best for them to leave their past behind entirely. As for myself, I'm still working on rebuilding the plan I had for my life. Fortunately for me, I have a whole network of family and friends who are there to support me every step of the way. I'm taking things one day at a time, one step at a time, gradually moving forward to a brighter future.
What were you thinking, getting pregnant before the eldest son's wife?
What?
Haven't you heard of orders?
Ma'am, I never thought you'd complain that I'm pregnant.
You're only in your 20s, but Chelsea is already in her 30s.
She's only 2 years older than me, and she congratulated my pregnancy over text message.
I'm sure she never wanted to, though. She must be sad that you beat her to it. Oh, I feel so bad for her.
You can't be talking about orders. This is about a nature's gift.
I'm telling you not to accept that gift without my permission. I can't stand imagining lovely Chelsea crying over this.
I know I don't owe you an apology, but still, I'm sorry.
Get rid of that baby.
What?
Just try again in a few years. You're still young enough to do that.
That's not a funny joke.
I'm serious.
That makes it even worse.
Besides, we let you and your husband inherit our company. We even built a 2-family housing for you. Why would you complain about anything?
You make it sound like you did us favors, but it goes both ways.
I wanted our eldest child to take over our company, but he went to a renowned university and got a well-paying job. I felt bad to make him take over such a small company.
In that case, couldn't you have just closed down the company? You were begging my husband to take over the company because you didn't want to close the business.
Why are you complaining after being guaranteed to be a successor?
You always make it sound like a large company, but it's a small company.
How rude!
My husband is making less income than when he had the office job, and I've been helping him with accounting tasks without asking for pay.
You're his wife, so that's the least you should be doing. I've always supported my husband too. Stop bragging.
Can I ask a question?
What is it?
Why do you keep treating my husband and his brother so differently?
I don't treat them differently.
No, anyone would agree with me. Even though he's a grown man, I'm sure he feels hurt for being discriminated by his mother. And I can tell that you're being hostile with me as an extension of that.
That's not true. It's simply because you're a terrible woman.
It's true that my sister-in-law is a quiet person. On the other hand, I'm very clear with my opinions, but it hurts when you treat us so differently.
You're not that sensitive anyway.
That's enough. This isn't the first time we've interacted like this. I already know that you're not willing to listen to what I tell you.
In that case, keep your words to yourself. You're so complicated.
Anyway, I might cause you trouble because of morning sickness and such, but I'll need you to cooperate.
You're kidding! When I was younger, I wasn't allowed to rely on anyone!
We're no longer in an era where you just power through pregnancy with sheer will and grit.
Women's body mechanisms haven't changed ever since the Paleolithic period. You should learn from the women from the old days.
Okay. I'll try my best with my Paleolithic spirit. This is depressing.
What's the matter? Was it my mom again?
I don't want to badmouth your mother, but I can't deal with her.
It's fine. I know how she is. What happened?
She hated that I got pregnant before your brother's wife, and she said to have an abortion.
What?
She said it's because I'm not the eldest son's child, as usual.
You're kidding me! She's been kissing up to me until I took over the company, and the moment I agreed to it, she completely turned her back on us!
We got fooled.
Did you make sure you talked to her?
For the most part.
You can say whatever you want to her. She needs to understand that the company is in business only thanks to us!
Though she was persistent, I guess we were the ones who ultimately agreed to it.
I'm sorry. I know that stress is bad for you when you're in your early stages of pregnancy.
I'm okay. I'm going to say things that are 5 times meaner than what she says to me, just to let it out on her.
She's always been like this. She plays favorite with my older brother.
I've always been compared to my older sister, who used to be the smartest kid in school, so I know how you feel.
I guess that's why we got along so well the moment we met.
Yep, good old days. We were both talking smack about our parents.
No matter what happens, I'm always on your side, Cassie.
Thanks. You're my biggest support, Hector.
I feel like our bond gets stronger every time my mom attacks us.
That's so true! Maybe we should appreciate her.
Let's run if it becomes too much. We should prioritize having you give birth safely. I'll do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Yep, I'll try my best.
Did you have a miscarriage yet?
No, the baby is fine. But how dare you ask that question?
Why? I've been going to all the shrines in town! Do you even realize how much I donated?
You're kidding, right?
I would never tell such an unscrupulous joke!
The reason you visited the shrines is already unscrupulous on its own.
I even talked to a lawyer to see if there's a way to make you have an abortion, but they all chased me away. I paid $50 for a 30-minute consultation. Don't you feel bad for me?
There's no such lawyer who would want to take part in a crime.
I want my eldest son's child to be my first grandchild, so please, bow out!
If I'm in your way so badly, I can move out.
What?
You wouldn't care if I have my baby somewhere you don't know, right?
You can't do that! You guys have a mission to take care of the company! My husband established the company, and I want it to last as long as it can.
You're demanding that I work while you're telling me not to have my baby. Do you realize how ridiculous you're being?
Wait, hold on!
What's the matter?
Chelsea just messaged me to tell me that she's been pregnant! She's about to go into her stable period!
Really? I guess she kept it quiet until she was stable.
Oh, how wonderful! I'm sure this is because I went to all the shrines in town.
What have you been praying for?
When are you having your baby?
Beginning of December.
Chelsea said her baby will be due around that time, too.
I see. I guess our babies will be classmates. This is exciting.
Just make sure you have your baby as late as possible.
That's not possible.
No matter what happens, I need to make sure my eldest son's child is my first grandson.
You're probably the only person who cares about that in this era.
I hope it's a boy. Oh, I'm so excited. Chelsea says she had her baby.
I'm glad for you. It's already past my due date, but I still haven't had my baby.
I wasn't talking about you.
Of course.
All right, I'm going to be busy. Oh, I can't wait to see the baby. I haven't seen the baby yet, since her husband is the only person who's allowed to visit at this time.
I heard a lot of hospitals have that policy.
I'm going to be staying at their house for a while to help them out, so make sure you do your housekeeping.
What? But Chelsea said that her mother will be staying with her during that time.
You're kidding me! The baby is my first grandchild!
She can feel mentally drained after having the baby, so I think it's best if she relies on her mother.
What? You haven't even had a baby! You can't tell me what to do!
You should just visit them briefly after she's discharged from the hospital.
No! I don't want to do that! I'm going to take care of the baby!
You can't be selfish about something like this. If you're forceful, they're going to end up hating you.
What? I thought I'd get to hold and take care of the baby every day. What a shame. But then I'm planning on giving her $30,000 as a baby shower gift because I love her.
That's amazing.
Of course, this is such a wonderful moment to celebrate. But since I hate you so badly, I'm only giving you one diaper.
Excuse me?
Oh, would you rather have two?
That's not the point. Don't you think you're being ridiculous?
Is that how desperately you want money?
No, you're already discriminating your grandchildren. I can only foresee how my child is going to be treated by you in the future. I can't possibly tolerate my child being treated like that.
I don't care if you tolerate me or not. I only want to cherish my lovely grandchild that my lovely son's wife had.
I see. In that case, I'm cutting ties with you.
Do what you want to do. I'm sure my eldest son is willing to come back home in the future. Since you guys were living here in the interim, I planned on kicking you guys out sooner or later.
Are you being serious?
Of course.
Don't you even know how my husband felt when he had to resign the job that he enjoyed so he could come back and live with you?
No, I don't know.
I've been sucking it up just to be considerate about a lot of different matters, but I can't take this anymore.
And that goes both ways. I've always hated living with you guys, too.
In that case, we're moving out. We won't be involved with the company any longer.
We'll just hire some part-time workers to take care of the company, so we'll be fine.
Are you sure you're okay if we decide on this without speaking with your husband?
No problem. He's always out golfing. If you guys move out, I'll just tell him to work again.
Understood. Although it's been a short time, you're welcome for everything I've done.
Your English is wrong.
On purpose. Goodbye. Hector, did you get to see the screenshots?
I did.
I'm sorry. I ended up picking a fight with your mother.
Cassie, you did it!
I'm so sorry. I'll go apologize to her right now.
No! Great job!
Huh?
Thank you so much for telling her everything that I've ever wanted to say.
Was it okay?
Of course it was! If you didn't say anything back to her, you wouldn't deserve to be my wife!
It's not like I wanted $30,000. I just hated it. I haven't had my baby, and even if I did, the baby wouldn't even know what it means to be gifted only with one diaper. But I just hated the idea.
Of course, our baby is adorable and he deserves 1 million diapers!
Is that what this is about?
I guess not.
But I feel better now. Are you sure you're okay if we cut ties with her?
It's fine. I ended up dragging this relationship all along just because I couldn't make up my mind. And because of that, I made you go through so much, and I'm sorry.
I'm fine. It's just that I feel bad for my sister-in-law. I'm sure your mother will bother her even more once we leave her.
That's true. She's quiet, and she probably would never talk back to her.
She's always very kind to me, too. She lives far, but I'm worried that she might get stressed out if your mother bothers her often.
Let's reach out to her frequently to see how she's doing. I'll talk to my brother about it, too.
Okay.
You're gonna have the baby in the next few days, so I'll take care of having us move out. You should focus on the baby.
Thanks. I can't believe that mother gave birth to such a kind and loving husband like you.
I'm not sure what to say about that, but thanks.
Hey, Chelsea, when will you let me see your baby?
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I just had my baby yesterday. Since we're both still in the hospital, would you please wait just a little longer?
I can't wait any longer. I deposited $30,000 as a baby shower gift, okay? You can spend it for anything you like.
What? That's a lot.
Don't hesitate to ask if you need anything else.
But then, Cassie is about to have her baby too. I can't take that much.
I'm only giving her one diaper, so don't worry about it.
What?
She's always argumentative and I don't like her. That's enough.
We can't just take that much from you, though.
Don't worry about it. I'd be happy to help you guys with anything I can.
But then...
Anyway, I heard that your mother is visiting.
Yes, she's going to visit when I'm discharged from the hospital.
Maybe you should ask her not to.
Why would I do that?
It's because I want to take care of you guys. Since the baby is the first child of my eldest son, he'll be the successor of our bloodline. I'll make sure I train him right.
To tell you the truth, we thought it was going to be a boy when we did the ultrasound, but it turned out to be a girl once she was born.
What?
But I've always wanted a girl, so I'm happy.
That's not okay.
What?
You promised to give birth to our family's successor.
I don't recall promising you anything like that.
In that case, I'll have high hopes for the second child.
I'm already 36, and I'd be looking at higher risks if I were to have another baby, so we're considering to have only one child.
No!
I'm sorry, but it's time to breastfeed my baby, so I'm excusing myself at this time.
Chelsea, hold on a second. I heard you had your baby too.
Oh, I never thought my mother-in-law that I cut ties with would congratulate my baby.
I'm not congratulating you.
But then the baby is so slow. She's been a few days late. I'm throwing you into the river Styx if you ever say anything like that again.
I can't tell whether you're in a bad mood because you only gave birth or because you're always rude to begin with.
I've only been consistent with what I say. Anyway, what do you want from us?
It would be a shame on our family if you end up having a weird child, so I'm asking to make sure she has all limbs.
But there's a weird one that's already in your family that you should be ashamed of.
What? Who are you talking about?
There's only one that I can think of.
I really hate you. This is why I wasn't willing to take care of you.
I never envied my sister-in-law for being taken care of by you, so I'm fine with that.
Do you need to argue with everything I say?
Do you need to insult me every chance you get?
You're so annoying. Anyway, what do you want for the baby shower gift?
Excuse me? I thought I already declined it.
My husband got upset with me when I told him that I was going to give you a diaper.
Your husband has no presence, but I'm glad to know that he has common sense. But no thank you.
I can't let you not take anything from us. How about a stroller or a child seat? I asked my friend and they all said that I should buy you something expensive.
I'd never know if you might pull out a few screws from the stroller, and I'd be too concerned to use it.
I would never do that.
You begged God so I'd have a miscarriage. I don't trust you. Back then, I made sure I didn't eat anything you gave me. I couldn't trust you at all.
Fine, I'm not giving you anything then.
Yes, that's completely fine. Was that all you wanted to talk about?
Was it a girl?
It was a boy.
Damn it!
Are you now complaining about the gender of my baby? You better cut this out.
Chelsea had a baby. They thought it was going to be a boy when they did the ultrasound, but the doctor made a mistake.
So what?
I said I'll have high hopes for her second child, but she said that she's not going to have another child. She just had one baby, and she's already done. As the wife of my eldest son, she should keep having babies until she has a boy.
Okay, what are you trying to tell me?
This means that the only successor for our family's bloodline will be your child.
You cut ties with us. What makes you think that our baby will eventually take over your company for you?
I'll make an exception to take that back.
No way. I was so excited to get to cut ties with you. I'm not going to let you take it back.
That was just a small argument. Did you take it seriously?
Yes, it was a great opportunity.
You're so irresponsible to abandon your job as you left us.
My husband didn't do that. He made sure he spoke to all clients. He also made sure that he'll take care of them at his new company.
What new company are you talking about?
We decided to start our new business once we moved to the city.
What?
To be honest, the people in town were using your service just to be nice, but not many people renovate their house too often. That's why we decided to take a completely different method, so we can do the renovation without having the residents vacate the property. And we'll also plan out the interior design for our clients too.
Are you trying to steal our customers?
We're leaving this town, so we won't be competitors. We won't headhunt your craftsmen, so don't worry about that either.
But you're starting a new business utilizing what you learned from our company, you thief!
With that logic, I guess no one gets to start up their business or switch their career.
Of course not! Oh, I'm so upset!
Also,
what else do you have?
Since that 2-resident home was built under my husband's name, we're selling it.
What?
If you'd like to continue living there, you'll have to register it under your name and also pay the mortgage.
Hold on, isn't this house registered under my husband?
We had it under my husband's name because we would have faced some challenges if we register it under his father's, because he was an elderly. I never thought this would happen, only after 3 years since we built the house, though.
You should show your sense of responsibility and pay off the mortgage.
We need money in order for us to start our business, and we need to raise our child, so we can't do that for you.
Okay, then. We'll just use the funds that we used to pay Hector to pay the mortgage.
Please do so, but you won't get to relax every day from now on. Good luck with admin work.
I thought I finally got to retire, but look what you're doing to me! Damn it! Why is it that I don't get to see either of my grandchildren?
You should ask that question to yourself.
You guys ended up leaving our house, and I've been busy handling work that I don't even enjoy every day.
I'm sure. I knew that was going to happen to you.
Where do you guys live currently?
I don't want to tell you.
You're ridiculous. How dare you dump your husband's parents like this? My husband strained his back because it's been a long time since he worked. I don't even know why he was golfing all the time to get his back stretched out.
Ma'am, if you'd like to complain about your life, do it with your neighbors. I'm with a client right now.
Just leave that client alone. Chelsea hasn't even sent us a photo of her child. I wonder if her phone works well.
Your optimistic mindset is a talent at this point.
What do you mean by that?
She hates you.
What? I never felt that way.
That's because she's been considerate to you.
I mean, she's always been kind to me. She never said anything rude to me a single time.
In that case, why don't you ask her? She's with me right now.
What? Was Chelsea your client? Oh, you should have mentioned. I'd like to talk to her. I tried calling her a few times, but it keeps telling me that the phone line isn't in use.
She said she changed her phone number because she didn't want to talk to you ever again.
Is that so? There must have been a misunderstanding. Would you tell her to call me right now?
She doesn't want to talk to you.
You're lying, right? We've been so close. I'm sure she'll understand as long as I get to talk to her.
She says she doesn't mind just speaking over text, so I'm passing her the phone.
This is Chelsea. What do you want from me?
Chelsea, is it true that you don't want to talk to me?
Yes, it is. Can I help you with anything else?
Why are you acting like this? Oh, Cassie must have manipulated you. She's so toxic.
Shut up! You're the one who's toxic.
What? Is this really Chelsea?
That's right. I'm Chelsea, the one who got that pathetic panda underwear from you.
So, you're really Chelsea. I can't believe this is happening.
I end up being my old self when I really hate someone. Sorry.
Old self? What did you used to be?
In those lines of work. Don't you get it?
You're scaring me.
Also, I made sure I sent back the $30,000 you sent us.
Why?
I don't want you celebrating my child when you're discriminating another grandchild who was born around the same time.
That was just...
One diaper, huh? How dare you treat Cassie like this? You, out of all people, should have known how challenging it is to give birth to a child.
Yes.
How dare you come up with meaningless priorities over boy versus girl, elder child versus not? Stop causing so much trouble to everyone else with those dumb values. And you're so dumb to the point you thought I'm a kind person just because I was being quiet.
I'm sorry.
Cassie is always clear with her opinions. But you should have been grateful that she cared enough for you to take over your company.
You're completely right.
If you don't have the ability to see people's true sides, you won't ever know who's most important to you. Just shut up and go sip on your tea.
Will do.
Also, make sure you apologize to Cassie for going to shrines and for telling her to have abortions.
Yes, I will apologize. Cassie, I'm sorry.
That's all. Do not ever reach out to us again.
What?
So, that's it.
My hand is shaking right now.
You have a typo because of that too.
Was that really Chelsea?
Yes, we moved to the city and we live close by.
Was she a rebel?
It seems so. She used to be pretty bad. I recently found out and I was shocked.
If only I knew more about her, I wouldn't have let her have my eldest son.
Your eldest son fell for her after finding out about Chelsea's strong personality.
You're lying.
My husband, too. He saw me chasing after an old man who littered, and that's when he fell in love with me at first sight.
I can't believe that neither of my sons knew how to choose the right woman.
Would you have approved if they chose women like yourself?
Of course!
But that woman ultimately had both of her sons cut ties with her, and she won't get to see either of her grandchildren for the rest of her life. Will you still say the same?
Well,
do you hate the current situation?
Of course! I'm taking all the loss!
You're wrong. Everything that's happening now is what you've gifted yourself from the past to the present.
What?
I don't want to keep wasting my time explaining that to you. I'd rather spend time with the two adorable babies in front of me right now. So, I'm excusing myself.
I want to see them too.
I'm sure, but it's not happening. Oh, the newborn babies smell so good.
I want to smell them too.
If you have anything to complain about, please direct it to your past. My husband's brother and his wife decided to cut ties with my mother-in-law after finding out what she had done to me. Because of this, my in-laws will be on their own for the rest of their lives. My mother-in-law stopped interacting with her neighbors because she hated to hear others brag about their grandchildren. Because of that, their company lost all clients who were using their services out of mercy and pity, and they had to close their business. The two-resident home was sold, and I assumed that they were going to move into an apartment. However, they couldn't get out of the habit of spending excessively. My father-in-law continued golfing while my mother-in-law continued to shop for what she couldn't afford, and they ended up spending all their savings. They now live humbly with the social security income they get, while they stare at little children who are playing at the park. And they can't help but to cry as they watch those children. I guess it's already late to regret anything. After repelling the curse of my mother-in-law, my child, as well as my niece, have been doing well. My sister-in-law said to rely on her if anyone ever gives me trouble, and I'm excited to raise our children together.
Maggie, where in the world are you? I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, hi, Hallie. Long time no see. I guess this means you're at the class reunion, huh?
Of course I am! The last time all of us were together was our high school graduation ceremony. It's been over 10 years. I've been looking forward to this reunion for weeks. I was just catching up with my old girlfriends and we got to talking about you. I started looking around to see where you were, but I couldn't find you anywhere. And then I was like, oh yeah, you always wore such boring plain clothes and never stood out in a crowd. So I could probably be looking for you all night but never find you. I figured it would be easier to text you and see where you were, so I texted you.
Ah, right. Well, actually, I haven't quite gotten there yet. I should be there before too much longer, though.
Aw, you're not here yet? What's taking you so long? Aren't you part of the organizing team? I expected you would be anyway. Back in high school, you were always the girl working behind the scenes while all the other girls were out on the stage. Actually, you know what? I doubt that anyone's even going to recognize you when you show up. Can you make sure you wear a name tag or something? Otherwise, people are probably gonna assume you're a party crasher.
Yeah, sure. I'll see if they have any available at the front desk when I get there.
Wow, Maggie, you really haven't changed one bit since high school, have you? You're so boring. It's like every time you walk into a room, the fun comes to a grinding halt.
I'm terribly sorry to be such a buzzkill, Hallie.
So anyway, I was talking to the other girls about what we've been up to lately, and I wanted to ask you something. Are you married now?
No, I'm not actually.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Everyone was saying, Maggie's so boring, she'll never get married. That's the way everyone's always thought about you, even back in high school. We even elected you as Miss Forever Alone in our senior yearbook.
I don't think I remember seeing that page in my copy of the yearbook, but anyway, what about you? Are you married, Hallie?
Wow, really? You're just gonna come right out and ask me such an intrusive question?
Huh? But wait, didn't you just... Oh, forget it. Sorry, Hallie. I was just curious.
Your concern is unneeded. Yes, I'm married, obviously. I started dating my husband in college, and we got married right after we graduated. Oh, and by the way, he's a big shot in a super big company, so he makes tons of money.
Ah, well, I'm happy for you. I kind of figured you'd be married. You were always pretty popular back in high school.
I was not pretty popular. I was the most popular girl in school. Seriously, it was such a dumb question, like, are you married? For real? Don't waste my time. Anyway, as soon as you get to the class reunion, you need to look for me right away to come and talk to me. Got it?
All right then, Hallie. I'll let you know once I get there. Hey, Justin, are you on your way? When do you think you're going to get to the restaurant for the reunion?
Hey, Maggie, I'm really sorry, but I think it's still gonna be a while yet.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. You can't help it that you have work to do.
Well, that's just the thing, actually. I kind of screwed myself earlier on. The company has a lot of stuff going on right now, so I told my boss that if there was anything I could do to let me know. So he let me know, and now I've got a workload about 3 times as heavy as usual.
You'll have to choose your words more carefully from now on. I respect what a hard worker you are, but sometimes I get afraid you're overdoing it, so don't work too hard, okay? Anyway, I'll be waiting for you in the parking lot at the restaurant, so let me know when you get here.
You don't have to wait for me. You go on inside and have fun.
I thought about that, but today's a special occasion, so I'd really like to go inside together.
Really? All right, if that's what you want. I'll turn on the afterburners over here and get finished as soon as possible. By the way, we're going to the same restaurant we went to after graduation, right?
Yep, that's the one. We even booked the exact same private room as we did before.
Cool, I'm looking forward to it.
But you know, there's something weird about this.
Oh yeah? What is it?
I was just thinking, it's super nostalgic going to the same place as we went 10 years ago. But back then, you and I never talked to each other.
Yeah, that is kind of weird to think about. Come to think of it, we never even talked during our college years either.
Yeah, you're right. Back then, you were the guy that all the girls wanted to be with. I guess, I don't know, I felt like we were in two different universes, so it was really hard to talk to you.
Wow, was I really? I had no idea. I mean, I guess I did have a girlfriend at the time we graduated, but still.
Oh, but don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you were a difficult person to be around or anything. It was more a sort of internal order for the girls in our class. If any of the other girls saw me talking to you, I feel like it would have been absolutely disastrous.
Disastrous? I guess I really don't get what you mean. It's crazy that I'm this age and I still don't understand girls.
We're practically a different species, right? But back in high school, the other girls would pick on me a lot for being a plain dresser.
They did? Really? I guess that does sound like something teenage girls would do. Who was picking on you, though?
Mostly Hallie. You remember her, right? She always had the nicest clothes, the nicest backpack, the nicest car.
Oh, yeah, I remember Hallie. She was a piece of work.
Tell me about it. She just sent me a bunch of texts, and it took me right back to our high school days.
Man, really? That's nuts. But I guess if that's how she's acting right now, I bet she's gonna be really surprised when she sees us walk in together.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait to see the look on her face. I'll let you get back to your work, Justin. Let me know when you're getting close, okay?
Sure thing, Maggie. See you soon.
Hello? What is taking you so long? Are you still not here? You said you were gonna be here soon.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be there soon, but I had a bit of trouble along the way. I'm not quite at the restaurant yet. Don't worry though, I'll be sure to let you know the moment I arrive.
You're such a dweeb, Maggie. You were a loser in high school, and you're a loser now.
If you don't mind me asking, why are you so anxious for me to get there? We weren't friendly at all in high school, and we haven't spoken a single time since we graduated. So I'm kind of surprised why you would be so desperate to have me come and talk to you.
Desperate? Please, get over yourself. I just wanted to get a good look at the pathetic, lame outfit you're wearing tonight. I came here to have a good time, and what better way to do that than get together with the girls and make fun of you, just like in high school.
So that's what this is about. Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I don't think you're going to have as much ammunition as you think you will.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong, Maggie. I've already heard something very interesting about you.
You did? And what would that be?
Tell me, Maggie, is it true that you bought a house?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. I'm kind of surprised you know about that, actually. I don't remember telling anybody from our class about it.
Oh my god! You mean it is true? You're gonna be single for the rest of your life! No husband, no kids, but you bought a house? What a waste! Like, don't you know how this stuff works? Typically, you marry a man and then he buys a house for you. That's what my husband did for me anyway. He bought a plot of land in the most expensive part of town and built me the mansion of my dreams. But you're Miss Forever Alone. What are you gonna do with the house? Like, can you explain the thought process behind that? What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking that I needed a house, so I bought one. It really is that simple. And I don't know what makes you think that I'm never going to get married or have kids.
Reality? Common sense? Think about it. You're ugly, you have terrible style, you're a dreadful bore, and you're pushing 30. What man out there would be willing to tie himself down to spoiled goods like you.
I'm not sure why you say pushing 30 like it's a bad thing. For the record, the average age for a woman's first marriage in the country is already over 28.
Yeah, but that's the average age for all women, including gorgeous women like me. You, however, are definitely not average. I'd say you're a 5 on your best day, and that's being generous. For a beautiful woman like me, we have our pick of the finest male specimens no matter how old we are. But you've always been ugly, meaning you were left with slim pickings from the get-go. If you don't find yourself a man willing to settle for you by the time you're 30, you can kiss your hopes of ever wearing a white dress goodbye. You'll be like expired milk at that point, not fit for human consumption.
For real, Hallie, why are you being so cruel to me?
Cruel? No. You're under a huge misunderstanding. I'm saying this out of pity for you as a friend, and don't act like you're not aware of it. After all, you did buy that house, didn't you? Isn't that your plan? You're gonna fill that house with a bunch of stock photos and toys to try and mask your devastating loneliness. I guess since you'll never have a real family, you'll just have to make do with a fake one. That has got to be the funniest thing I've heard in my life. So I want you to tell me all about it, Maggie. Me and all the girls are waiting for you, so hurry up and get over here.
I'm not coming for you and your catty girlfriends to have a good laugh at my expense, Hallie.
Excuse me? I just told you that you are coming for us to laugh at you. Don't think I'll let you get away with disobeying me.
I don't have to obey you, Hallie. I'm not your servant. I'm not your employee. I'm not even your friend. I know you were hoping otherwise, but I am perfectly happy with my life right now, so you'll have to look elsewhere to get your sick kicks, Hallie.
Please, girlfriend. The only reason losers like you exist is for beautiful people like me to laugh at you. If no one laughs at you, what's the point of going on living for you?
Good God, Hallie. You're talking like an absolute psychopath. Well, good news for you. I'll be coming inside very soon. And I've got a story to tell you that I think is going to keep you talking for years to come.
Oh, really? Well, then hurry up inside. I'll go grab some popcorn.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm on my way inside right now.
Finally! You've kept us waiting for way too long already. We have absolutely nothing to talk about anymore in here. It's getting boring.
Oh, you poor thing. By the way, I've brought my husband along with me tonight. Is that all right with you?
What did you just say?
Did that text not go through? Here it is again. I've brought my husband along with me tonight. Would you like to meet him?
Huh? Okay, girl. I think he went a little too hard on the pregame. If you're this drunk already, you're for sure not gonna last till the end of the night.
Don't worry, I haven't had a single drop to drink yet.
Okay, well if that's the case, then you're either high or just plain insane. Just a few minutes ago, you told me that you weren't married.
Yeah, about that. That was a lie.
What? You lied to me?
Yep, I was planning on taking the opportunity tonight to make an official announcement to you all that I got married. So, I was hoping to keep my marital status under wraps until my husband and I got to the party, but I decided to give you a little sneak peek at the show.
You're gonna go out of your way to ruin our class reunion with your stupid little surprise? Hey, I've got another idea. Could you not? Seriously, who do you think cares even the least little tiny bit about your marital status? You don't have any friends here. No one cares about you at all.
This might surprise you to hear, but I don't actually disagree. My husband, however, has a lot of friends there.
Wait a second. Are you saying that you got married to one of our classmates?
I sure am. That's the whole reason I bought the house. It's because I want to live there with my husband. I mean, I'm not a big fan of having a landlord or anything, but buying a house for just myself? That's kind of wasteful.
But this doesn't make any sense. I heard that you were buying a house, but I didn't hear anything about you getting married.
It makes perfect sense. I was keeping my marriage private, but I was much more open about buying a house.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
My husband and I decided on the house together. But the most important thing for me was that it would be big enough for my parents to live with us.
Your parents are moving in with you?
That's right. My dad fell down and hurt himself while working a while back. It was a pretty nasty fall, and it left him with some permanent damage to his left leg. My mom's been looking after him up until recently, but she's not exactly a spring chicken herself. So we found a house that was big enough for all of us and wheelchair accessible. We've been living there together for the last month, and my mom and dad both love it.
Wow! I can't believe your husband actually agreed to let your parents move in with you.
I know. I was really grateful to him for that. And it wasn't out of compulsion either. I asked him about it, and he said he'd be happy to have them live with us. Every day, I wake up feeling blessed to have married such a wonderful man.
Nah, I don't buy it. There's no way this guy actually exists.
What makes you say that?
For starters, there are approximately 0 men on the planet who would be willing to marry an ugly girl like you. But you expect me to believe a guy that big-hearted agreed to marry you? Not a chance.
Okay, would you like to talk to him yourself? I can give you his number if you'd like, then you'll know for sure whether I'm lying or not.
Fine, you've got a deal. I'll figure out the truth before you come inside the restaurant.
Sounds good. Give me just 1 second.
Hey there, Hallie. It's been a while, huh?
Hold on, I already had your number in my contacts list. Wait, Justin? As in, the Justin from my high school class?
The one and only. How have things been since we last spoke?
But that can't be. So, you're telling me that Maggie's husband is?
Yep, that would be me.
And the house that Maggie bought?
Right again. I'm living there with her and her folks.
But no, that's not possible.
What's so surprising? I did marry her after all. It's only natural that we'd be living in the same house. There's nothing not possible about that at all.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Something screwy is going on here. Is this some kind of a prank? Oh yeah, that must be it. You and Maggie must have teamed up to pull the prank of a lifetime on all of us. That was a good one, Justin. But seriously, why did you pick her to do a prank with? Like, no one is ever going to believe that you and Maggie actually got married.
I guess I don't get what the issue is. Is it that hard to believe that I would marry Maggie?
Well, duh. You and her never talked back in high school. I feel like if there were any sort of chemistry between you, I would have caught on to it back then. But now, all of a sudden, you're married? No, that's just too ridiculous to be true.
It's only ridiculous if you think nothing has changed since high school. You're right, we never talked back in high school. The first conversation we had was actually about 3 years ago. So when you think about it that way, it's not unsurprising that you wouldn't know.
3 years ago?
That's right, me and Maggie met through work. We got to talking, and it was only after a few minutes that we realized that we went to high school together. It also just so happened that when we met up, I had just gotten dumped by my last girlfriend a week prior.
Wow, crazy timing.
I was down pretty hard because we had been dating for a while and she left me for another guy. And when I was at my lowest, Maggie was the one who picked me back up. She's sweet, smart, beautiful, and the person who supported me through all my worst moments. Before I knew it, I started to feel like Maggie was the glue that was holding my life together. I didn't know what I would do if I ever lost her. I told her I loved her, we started dating, and then just 3 months later, I was down on one knee.
You're serious about this? You really did fall in love with Maggie?
You bet I did. She's the most wonderful woman in the world.
That's debatable, I'd say. But are you sure you're not going to regret this? I mean, you have to know that you could do better than her. There's got to be thousands of girls more beautiful who would kill for a chance to be with you. You know, someone pretty, charming, stylish, like me.
Right, I remember you from high school. You always were one of the prettier girls in our class. And I seem to remember you liking me, too.
I did like you, Justin! To tell the truth, I was looking forward to seeing you today more than anyone else. And I thought, you know, maybe we could go out for drinks sometime to catch up?
Sorry, Hallie, but I'm a married man. I wouldn't feel right going out to drink with a woman other than Maggie. She's my entire world, and there is absolutely no chance that I'll ever love anyone but her.
This is absolutely insane. So was this your idea? You know, telling everyone you guys are married at the class reunion?
Right again. I could have just posted about it on social media, but since the class reunion was coming up, I thought it would be better and more personal to make the announcement tonight. I suggested that to Maggie, and she loved the idea, so we've been keeping quiet about it up until now.
Wow.
One more thing, don't forget that Maggie is my wife. I don't take kindly to people insulting my wife, so lay off the bullying, got it? I know you had this old mean girl persona back in high school, but for real, we're adults now. Start acting like it.
I guess Maggie told on me, huh?
She didn't tattle, I just happened to be with her so I could read everything you said. Frankly, the way you were talking to her got my blood boiling. Once we come inside, go ahead and make yourself scarce. I feel like it's only going to cause trouble for us to be in the same room together.
But, come on, really?
Yes, really. We're coming in right now, so get out.
Are you guys gone yet?
Yep, Justin still had some work left to finish tonight, so we decided to take off a little bit early.
Cool. Everyone seemed pretty happy for you guys in there.
Yeah, everyone was really kind to us. I'm glad we waited until tonight to give everyone the good news.
Justin hates me now thanks to you, you know. I'll bet you're pretty satisfied with yourself. Did it feel good to get some sweet revenge on me?
Oh, come now. I wasn't out for revenge tonight. I was aware that you had a pretty massive crush on Justin back in high school, but you said you were married and everything, so I thought that you would have gotten over him by now.
Oh, get over yourself. I am totally over him. I was just playing a joke on you guys, that's all. I was gonna pretend like I was interested in him, see if he took the bait, and make fun of you for it if he did. So that's clear, right? I don't have any feelings at all for that jerk.
I see you're just as much of a brat as you always were.
Excuse me?
You were mocking me earlier for being plain and boring, and maybe that's true, but I'll take plain and boring any day over still being a childish, snotty, obnoxious little brat at 28.
You little! Are you making fun of me?
Why, yes I am, Hallie. You have a terrible personality, and you can never feel satisfied about yourself unless you're knocking someone else down, and I'm making fun of you for that. But don't get me wrong, I'm not angry at you for the way you treated me. I just feel sorry for you. It's pathetic. You were blessed with all the good looks a girl could ask for, but then you had to waste it by having a repulsive personality, and I think you saw the fruits of that just now. When we walked in the room, I couldn't help but notice that you were sitting at a table all by yourself. It seems like maybe you weren't quite as popular as you thought.
That was just bad timing. Before you guys walked in, we were all sitting together. We were talking and laughing and eating and drinking and having a great time.
Sure, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me.
The feeling's mutual. I don't care about you either. So go ahead. Go home thinking you've won. You think you're hot stuff because you married a hot guy, huh? Well, don't forget, beauty is only skin deep. Looks don't mean anything in a marriage.
Is that so?
Totally. Literally everything changes about your relationship once you get married. At the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is money. It looks like you've got Justin wrapped around your finger, but he's just gonna use you as a sugar mama. I hope you're prepared to support him for the rest of your life.
Do you think I'm gonna be his sugar mama? What in the world makes you say that?
Just look at what he's doing to you now. You bought that big fancy house and he's moving in. I'll bet if you didn't buy that house for him, he would never have married you. It's embarrassing just looking at that guy now. Like, what happened to him? He was way cooler back in high school.
Once again, you've got the wrong impression. I didn't pay for that house all by myself. Justin spent some of his money on it too.
He did?
Of course he did. Did you think I could afford a house like that on just my salary? I'm just a run-of-the-mill office worker. I don't make that kind of money.
This is just getting crazier and crazier. Justin paid for your house even though you picked it out for your parents to live there?
You can call it crazy, but I just call it love. But yes, that is how it happened, and I'm incredibly grateful to him for it. Actually, we had been talking for a while about where we'd live once we got married, and we thought we wouldn't buy a house until further down the road. But, like I said earlier, after my dad got hurt, I thought that we weren't going to be able to wait as long as we planned. I brought it up to Justin, and I had prepared a whole long sales pitch about the idea. But I had barely started talking when he said, sure, let's do it. He genuinely cares for my parents as if they were his own. Really, I can't thank Justin enough for everything he does for me.
All right, that's enough. I can't take this anymore. I've heard all that I can stand of your sappy little love story, okay? Enough!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I lay it on a bit thick there? Anyway, I'm glad that both of us seem to be happy with the direction our lives have gone in since high school.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm super duper happy for you. Whoopee. Have a nice life. Bye.
Hey there, Hallie. Am I catching you at a good time?
I wasn't expecting to get a text from you today. What do you want? Are you back to brag about how happy you and Justin are together?
No, that's not it. I have something much more urgent to talk to you about.
Oh yeah? What is it?
I'm filing a police report against you. I think you'll be receiving a visit from them in short order, so I advise you to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
What? Why would you call the cops on me?
Don't bother trying to play dumb, Hallie. I have all the evidence I need.
Evidence of what? I haven't done anything to you.
Over the last 2 months, someone's been pulling all sorts of childish stunts at our house. They've stuffed garbage in our mailbox, painted graffiti on our walls, broken the light bulbs on our porch, and much more.
Wow, sucks to be you. Looks like you made yourself an enemy in your neighborhood.
That was my first thought too, but there's a bigger problem. Someone's been stalking Justin. I talked to the cops about it right away, but they said that they couldn't do anything unless they had more evidence. So I went right out and installed a security camera at our house.
A security camera?
That's right, and since our little vandal has come back around multiple times since then, we have plenty of videos of that vandal going about her work. And just to make myself perfectly clear, yes, Hallie, we have clear video footage of you vandalizing our house.
You got a shot of my face?
Multiple shots, actually. I'm not sure how you went about looking up our address, but I think it's a safe bet that you used some questionably legal means to do so. The police will be asking you about that, so again, be honest with them, please.
You're really going to report me to the police?
Absolutely. You've gone too far, Hallie. I'm not going to let you get away with this.
Who do you think you are? You're the ones who harassed me first.
We did? How?
Don't pretend like you don't know. You knew how big of a crush I had on Justin. But then you still came and paraded him around at the class reunion just to ruin my evening and make me miserable.
That wasn't what I was going for at all.
I'll bet you heard all about how I was divorced and living on my own. So you swooped in like a freaking vulture to peck at the rotting carcass of my happiness.
That's a very vivid metaphor. But wait, you got divorced?
You don't have to hide it, Maggie. You already knew all about it. So you get it now? I only gave you what was coming for you. You started this feud, not me. So I don't want to hear any more of this "poor me, I'm the victim" act you're putting on.
Oh, Hallie, that's all in your head. I haven't thought about you once since high school graduation. I wasn't trying to harass you or anything like that.
And there you go again! You just have to make sure I know how much you look down on me.
I can see this conversation isn't going to go anywhere. I'm really sorry things happened this way. I wish I knew why you became like this.
You know why! It's your fault for stealing Justin from me!
Considering your marital situation and your clearly disturbed mental state, I really do feel bad for you, but I have to do what I need to protect my family. I'm reporting you to the police. Never mess with me or my family again. I'm blocking your number now. Goodbye. The police arrested Hallie shortly after that. Apparently, Hallie wasn't doing well with her husband, so she was planning to meet up with Justin at the class reunion and get remarried to him. So you can understand how shocking it was for her to hear that he was married and to me. After that night, they got divorced, and Hallie completely lost it. It seems that being arrested was enough to knock some sense into her, though. So now she's back to living on her own, still just as lonely but slightly wiser for the wear. As for me, with Hallie out of my hair, I'm finally enjoying some peace and quiet with Justin and my parents. Our house has a pretty big backyard, so we started hosting barbecues with all our old classmates on weekends in the summer. It's kind of funny. I never had many friends back in high school, but thanks to Justin, it's like I'm getting a second chance at a fun high school experience.